Hello.
Hello.
Remember the front back.
Pardon me while I eat dinner.
Are you on Push to Talk, Callie?
Yes, I am. It's still new to me. I'm very, very sorry. Hello. You didn't miss much. All I said was hello. For those of you who may be new to R&R, we are a group of people play D&D as many Fridays as we can, which is more often recently, which is great. I am Callie. I DM this crazy bunch of hooligans, and let's start with roll call, shall we? Joe, lead the way.
Hello. I just realized I had to do this with my camera. My name is I play the dwarf Braddock Gripbriar. He's an angry little ball of dwarven muscle, and he's everybody's favorite guy in the whole wide world. He's a protection fighter, and he's everybody's mama. He bought like 8 tons of trail rations to make sure everybody stays fit and fiddle, because there's little babies.
I am also on Push to Talk. This is new. It's a learning experience. My name is Dave. I play an elven wizard called Bravo Quarks. He is very old and remembers things not so great. And not a big fan of all the fighting that's been happening recently.
You wouldn't know it.
so there's that.
Hello, I'm Travis. I play Carrion, the human druid. Carrion has a tough time trusting new people. And he sounds like Deckard Cain, if you've played Diablo 2. At least most of the time he sounds like this. That's a lie. He sounds like this like now, and then in 5 minutes it'll be gone. It's just the reality of things. Hello.
And I'm Lauren. I play our group's nature cleric. She's spunky and feisty and totally kind of like a teenager. So bear with her growing pains.
Well, as of last week, as it was last week this time, our party found themselves still in Port Last, still under the cloak of a heavy morning fog, surrounded by frost giants that are attacking the town. Apparently, perhaps a raiding party, according to intel they received from what remained of the town's militia. This is the second time the town has been hit in a month. So, having dispatched 3 or 4 giants already, their resources running quite thin, this group of militiamen told our party that being fighters, the frost giants respect displays of combat prowess, and that if they challenged this raiding party's leader and won, they could perhaps get the giants to leave the town. So, receiving this intel and finding out that there was a more prominently dressed giant that could possibly be the leader on the south side of town, south side of the river, they tried to sneak their way over, but unfortunately were not quite sneaky enough and alerted one of the roaming raiding giants to their presence. They managed to kill him, although he almost walked off with the dwarf fighter, Braddock. But they managed to take him down, but made enough of a ruckus to catch the attention of the giant that they were seeking. Now, even more depleted, our party is looking kind of rough. They have chosen to try and run and hide, but it seems
like
that
heroes.
It seems that this giant leader, perhaps, is following them. Unsure quite if he knows exactly where they are or not, but we see them currently hiding behind one of the town buildings. So, party. You all have made it behind a building out of sight of this giant that seems to be following you. What are you doing?
Has or have any giants ever been known to die from splinters?
Like a sliver?
Yeah.
Not that you know.
All right.
Follow. Well, second question, probably unrelated. Is the river deep enough for a giant to drown?
Well, Carrion, having been carried down the river a little bit, would know that only if you can get them prone.
Uh-huh.
All right. So here's the plan. I say we challenge the giant to a drowning contest. Whoever drowns first is the strongest.
Yes.
Too bad you're all out of wild shapes.
What if Dave had no, Dave is playing Bravo, not Carrion. What if Dave had Bravo cast an illusionary Bravo over the water, and then he angered and taunted the giant into chasing after the illusionary Bravo? And that, don't think any of that's possible, is it? I don't think any of that can be done. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
So, any more realistic ideas?
So Carrion is of the mind to stay and fight. He thinks that they can duck in between the buildings because they're quite narrow and the giants are quite large, and maybe use ranged attacks to poke him down. I think he's communicated that to the group last time.
North will run when it seems like it's not going to, because she's got some information that she needs to get back to the Enclave and others.
So Braddock's like trying his best to keep a perimeter. Like it's not working. There's no perimeter. It might as well be made out of a plastic bag for all the good he's doing. But I'm very curious if that is a reasonable shot for him. Like can he actually see enough of the giant from where he's at? Like it's kind of like it's not a great angle.
If you have line of sight, then you have line of shot, but the giant will gain cover bonuses.
Well, yeah, no. That what I mean is like because of the like this is more I guess a mechanical question about Roll20. Like am I seeing enough of like it looks like I'm seeing a ton of the giant from the line of sight, but I don't know if
Well, the giant's
I keep forgetting
huge.
they're taller than the building too. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see him over the building quite where he is and where you are, but between the buildings, you can definitely see parts of the giant. But again, if you were to shoot him here through the buildings, he would get cover.
Yeah.
But like, I need to know what you guys are doing. If you're going to fight, we're going to roll initiative. If you're going to run, we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, Braddock comes back to his other spot, and he just goes into total defense. That's what Braddock's.
Well, I guess North will hold an action. She'll hold a Sacred Flame.
Sure.
Is there windows on the side of the building?
The one that you're at? Yes.
Are they locked?
Are you gonna try them?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Not locked.
Okay, I open the window and go, look, well, this perhaps not the permanent solution, but perhaps we can all all shuffle in here and come up with some sort of plan.
Yes, well, that's about as good as we're going to get here, I believe.
Where are the windows? Are they just on the long sides or are they on all four?
On the long side, there are 2 on this side that you can see.
Is this house in any way giant proof?
It is not currently damaged.
Good enough for me.
It says on the side, Giant Proof Houses, Inc.
Well, there we go.
No,
Perfect.
no. Giant Resistant Houses, Inc.
Is there a basement in this house?
You don't know.
Okay. So, Nora thinks it's a good idea since there are, from what she can see, there are no windows on this short side.
Is there a door on our side of the house?
Nope.
Balls.
This is going to be a dexterity check wherein Braddock gets cut on the window.
Is there glass in the window?
Yes, but Bravo has swung it open.
Oh,
Lifted it open. Yeah, it's
He
open.
literally, she just said the window's not locked and he opened it.
well, I wasn't sure if it was like
That's what you don't understand. That's how badly Braddock will go in this window. That he will somehow cut himself on the open and not at all in his way window.
Yes, well, I think that's as good as plan as any. Let's scurry inside then. And he leans his staff up against the wall and he makes like a little cradle with his hands, but with the other hand there. But I need to push to talk, so I can't do that. And offers to like boost Braddock or Bravo because both of them will probably need help.
You're not wrong.
I don't think you can lift Braddock. No offense.
Well,
Unless he's
with
like actually
Braddock
pulling himself
help.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna hoist him up like he's a toddler.
I
Oh,
can't.
here you go. Whoop, in you go.
Like a 5-year-old.
No, that's not gonna happen
Alright.
in a billion years.
So you're all going through the window?
Yeah, I am.
Braddock's backstepping, but he's definitely making himself go last. Like he's waiting and waiting and waiting for everyone else to get in the window.
Yeah, North will go after Bravo.
And Carrion will scurry in and offer his hand to Braddock.
All right. Easily enough, you can all get in, especially with the assistants. So you are inside the house. This building, although you did not enter any of the buildings on the north side of the river, you did peer into some of them, and some of them were broken, and you could see the interiors. This side of the river, you could tell, isn't quite as lavish, not quite as large. So this particular house, though it does have sort of a loft rather than a second floor, it's very open on the main floor. It's simply furnished. It's not like a shack, but it's, simple, well-made furnishings, there doesn't appear to be anybody in it. It does appear that people left in a hurry. There's meals half eaten on the table. The fire is like just burning out. Quick exit, obviously.
As we're getting hustled inside, Kieran would be paying attention to his group members. Does anyone look badly wounded?
Yes.
Which one?
Everyone except Bravo Corks.
Who looks worse for wear? The worst for wear.
Braddock and North are both pretty bloody.
Okay. So as he pulls in Braddock to the window, he wouldn't even bring it to Braddock's attention, but he would mumble a few words, and a bit of green would flourish around his finger, and then a little light would bestow itself onto Braddock and heal him. Do healing word. For 7, that's a good roll. You appreciate those 7 hit points. 'Cause
Nice.
They are
that's,
my new son.
Don't spend them all in a
I
quarter of a
mean,
dragon
yes,
hit.
do spend them all.
No, Callie, you're so mean.
No, I mean use them all. Like you need them.
And then he would do the same
Alright.
for North.
All right, you heal up Braddock and North. Ooh,
Bam.
7 again.
Matching
Good
7s.
rolls.
Boom.
So he
Get
kinda-
healed on,
Okay.
nerd.
I'm afraid that's the last of the magic I can muster. From here on out, it's only simple druidic magic. No healing.
Is there anything in the house that could possibly be healed? Whether evidence of potions or other items that have been known to heal or
Make an investigation check.
damn it.
Can I?
Is it like Skyrim where we can just pause the game and scarf all the time?
Oh yeah.
No, things are happening while you're in here. Okay, so you take a quick search around and you can find some like fresh linen that could be used for bandages. But aside from that, there doesn't seem to be very much here for healing. No potions. Most of the herbs and things you find are for cooking. So
What about killing stuff?
I mean, there's like a knife for like cutting meat and.
What about things I could use in a sling? Since now we're indoors.
You could break some stuff. I mean, like there's no rocks
I expect
inside.
them to go, there's a fork. There's some meat.
Yeah. I mean, there are house things, but yeah. Bravo, make a perception check. Which window are you looking at? Okay,
I assume that there's a window on that side.
there is.
Question.
Yes.
Apparently, pixie dust can be used to stitch wounds together. Would that just stop bleeding or would that grant some healing?
That's a very good question. From what I remember, pixie dust is a little different.
It says sprinkled
roll
on a
one.
wound, it knits the wound together and any surrounding flesh together. It also nullifies poison. But we gotta be careful because it will bind any flesh together.
You can sew someone's mouth shut. I rolled a 1, so I got a 6.
You can see. I mean, with the fog, it seems a little hazy. Like you think you see shadows moving, but you can't be sure. Are you peeking out the doors, Braddock?
No, he's not really looking at the doors, like looking outside the doors. He's checking each one of them, kind of getting everything set on the inside and trying to keep everything as safe as he can.
Okay. Yeah. Just the doors were not locked, so you can. They have a simple lock. You can push things in front of them. Otherwise, yeah, it's the door is facing sort of where you came from on the short end of the building there on the south side, so it doesn't face the road quite as much as the windows do, so you don't have as much of a sight line.
So, what do we all think? Like I said, I'm not much for magic. I can maybe imbue my staff, but I'll mostly be sticking to the sling. I would rather not use the staff on the giant unless it's in dire circumstances.
Yes. Well, I perhaps we should stay out of the giant's melee range. Yes. it seems when it does land a blow, it hurts quite a bit. Yes.
Indeed.
I'm reading the table for pixie dust. What are the odds that you roll a 71 to 90?
Well, I don't know if your chart is the same here. So I have like specific information on how the pixie dust will work, and I don't think that North successfully identified it or knew about it.
Okay.
So
She just has it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. It can replace material components, but you guys don't use them because you have a magical focus. So the other kinds of uses, yeah, she's not quite certain, but she is not aware of any healing components.
Okay, no, that's totally fine. I'm not going to take that chance, because my chance would be like, you would fall in the first category and we would be fucked. So,
Oh man, we almost had a situation where it was like, well, I heard this could heal you. Poof, and she just pocket sand just right in your face.
no, I was thinking of using it on the giant, but I want to take that chance.
So
And now your eyes, nose, and mouth have all sealed up, and you suffocate to death.
That would be neat.
It would be worse. So, okay, so North's just gonna stay low and out of sight of the windows on the. Since she didn't find anything, she can't make bandages. Well, I guess she could make. Does she have medicine? She has a pretty high medicine, but I don't know that she knows how to make it. Isn't that a specific thing?
How to make bandages? No.
Well, don't bandages like heal though, or do they just stop?
That would stop the bleeding. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. She's just gonna kind of feel a little defeated and tired now that they've caught a moment of breath.
So,
Well,
there is two smaller buildings over here, but the gaps are very narrow. And maybe we can use them specifically to outsmart or at least outmaneuver the giant. Though we didn't really explore what was beyond further, any points in that direction. So hopefully there's no other nasty surprises.
look, I have one spell in particular that if we can stay here long enough and remain undetected long enough, I can summon a steed for us to speed around, and perhaps we can take out the giant at range and maybe do enough damage to it before it can catch up to us.
So riding this thing. I see. Well, that's a better plan than I was thinking of. Though I don't have much mounted. I don't have much mounted combat experience or riding experience in general. Is that a problem?
Not to worry.
Is it like a thing we roll for in 5e?
What?
Riding ponies.
Not particularly. Like, if it's a domesticated animal, then you would only have to roll for it if you were trying to get it to do something in particular. If you're just riding it, then it's already been trained. So, animal handling is more for, like, if the animal's frightened and you're trying to calm it, or you're trying to get it to come over rough terrain or something. That would be more.
Gotcha. Okay. How long would you need, Bravo?
Roughly about a minute. Yes.
So Carrion wouldn't look out the window, but he would become. You did it. That was you. Become very quiet and listen.
Make a perception check. Anyone who wants to listen, go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
24.
Do you want me to make another one, or do I just think that the giant is gone now?
Well, if you're listening rather than looking, then yeah, that's fine. You can roll again.
Okay, yeah. 18.
All right. So as you all sort of take a moment and in the silence listen through the windows, the walls, you can hear footsteps, but they don't seem to be near. And they seem to be receding.
Do we hear any more of that magnanimous taunting that he keeps doing?
Surprisingly, no. But it
Stupid jerk-faced giant.
perhaps he's more on the hunt this now.
Well, Bravo, it doesn't sound like the giant is any near to us, so I suppose we can always rouse you from your focus, and if it becomes a problem. Does anyone have any other ideas, other plans, or...
Well, how many people can this horse hold and move effectively?
It's a magical horse, and it's I've been assured that it can hold all of us
Limo horse.
by the magic.
We're getting a limo horse.
But does it have the same movement, magical horse thing?
Well, I don't know it. I've never had 4 people on it, but it is a fast horse.
Is it going to be a cat dog?
You don't know.
No.
All right, so you all are going to watch over Bravo while he casts? Is that what's happening?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would do is sort of pick a spot on the ground outside where we used to be, and I would focus on that spot, and I would start muttering the incantation and moving my hands in a rhythmic pattern as I begin to summon this mystical steed.
What's it sound like?
It sounds like an old man muttering and wiggling his hands.
You don't want to pick some choice words for us? I'm with Bravo.
Okay, so you take some time to ritually cast this, correct?
No, I'm using a spell.
Oh, you're using a spell slot. So it takes 1 minute or 1
minute, yeah,
action?
yeah.
1 minute. All right, so you take a minute. Everybody takes this opportunity to sort of assess their wounds, their resources, their weapons, and things are looking pretty scarce. But as Bravo finishes his spell, in your midst materializes a horse. It's very large, and at first it just seems to be made up of like this bluish arcane light. But as the light solidifies and takes form of this large horse, it just looks like a regular horse as the light fades. Sleek, black furred. It stands in the middle of this house.
Like in the house?
No, he said it was outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you cast it outside? Oh,
Mhm.
I missed that bit. Okay, so
Where
it's standing
we used to be.
on the by the wall there.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where it's standing in the grass. It the hoof paws the ground a couple times. It tosses its head.
Is it long?
It's big.
Is it 6-legged?
No, it's 4-legged. It's a very large horse, but it'd be a cozy ride, but you might all be able to fit on it.
Okay. I hop out the window and yes. Oh yes, well, yes. Good to see you, Reginald. Yes, good as always.
It drops its nose to you.
So Carrion would follow him out the window, careful not to bang his staff on the window frame. So, Bravo, does someone need to be in control of the reins on this horse? And he's like looking to see if there are any reins as he asks the question.
There's no equipment. It's bareback, no reins, no bridle.
It does say that it has a bridle,
Oh, okay.
saddle, and reins.
Okay,
in the spell.
then it has equipment. Why don't you throw the spell up so I can read it?
Sorry, I thought you had looked at it.
Nope.
That's what it does.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, I you're holding push to talk. I get on the horse and I go, yes, well, I will be steering the horse. Yes.
North suddenly feels very uneasy seeing something that should be natural, unnatural, written.
That's a good call, Karen.
And it's very visible that she's kind of phased by this. Like, it's like she knew what was going to happen, but at the same time, it's still a little unbelievable.
Braddock like backs over to the window and looks out, still keeping an eye on the rest of the house. And he looks over, but because he's short, the window sill like comes up to his nose, and so he can see out of it, but there's nothing else visible coming out of the window. And so he's kind of, he just looks. So what's the plan then? You drive, and the three of us shoot at it from the back half there.
Well, yes. I could also lend a hand tossing a a fire bolt from time to time. Yes.
Yes, that was going to be a concern of mine. I have no means other than the sling, and if we can have you focus solely on tossing fire, then I think that would be for the best. I'll bring it back. I need to remove these candies from my reach.
Okay. Bravo is reluctant to hand over control of the reins. So he would be a little bit apprehensive about that and say, "Well, no. Oh, maybe I'll just wait till Travis gets back rather than talking to somebody who is not there."
No, that's the best time because they can't talk back. Then you can make them say whatever you want.
So Bravo's apprehensive about handing over the reins to someone else. Yes, but old Reginald here is not really one to take orders from just anyone, really.
So Carrion treats Reginald as a normal horse and goes to the side of him, because horses have trouble looking forward. So he goes to the side of him by his head and puts a hand on his nose bit that I can't think of the word for, and kind of pats him there. Yes, what do you think, Reginald? Shall we be friends? And can I do like an animal handling thing, even though it's
do an animal handling check. See how it goes.
20.
All right, so he's a little apprehensive as you approach, but you seem confident. You're calm. You stroke his nose, and he seems to warm up to you pretty quick.
Well, that is yes. Well, odd. Usually, Reginald is a little bit more bitey than that.
Yes, horses have been known to be quite bitey, but, being a druid and all.
Oh, yes.
Not really to anyone, just kind of saying it out in the air. Braddock just goes, I'd be willing to bet his name's not even Reginald.
All right, so what's the plan here? You have Reginald, the very large magical horse, and you're planning to ride him
Mm-hmm.
Away from the
into
giant.
battle?
Close
or-
enough to the giant that we can shoot at it, but not near enough to get hit by the giant.
We're gonna kite this giant.
Oh, okay. So you're using him for the speed and mobility.
Mhm.
Okay, I gotcha.
I think if we do very well at this, we're gonna have to change the tag from D&D to Red Dead Redemption because like this is
Yeah, magical Red Dead Redemption. Okay, so then,
what the hell are we about to do? What are we about to do
all
here?
right, yeah,
We're
let's
about to
do this.
something very good.
North hates this idea, but she's gonna go along with it because she doesn't want to be left behind.
So, what is everybody doing? How are you positioned on the horse? Let's see how this works. Yes, Travis.
I had one question. How's the riverbank on the left side near the bridge? Do I think Reginald and the four of us riding Reginald would be able to skirt the edge of the buildings there without being too difficult?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
North would probably be second from the back.
Braddock
Um,
would try his darndest to be right in the middle.
Yeah, if
Oh wait,
If-
but with Bravo, she'd probably take the.
at all possible, Bravo would like to be second from Carrion.
Okay, so Carrion right by the neck, taking the reins. Bravo right behind. Braddock behind Bravo, and then North taking up the rear. All right. So you all. I'm just not going to move your tokens. I'm just going to move the horse. Oh, but you need
Okay.
to see. I'm just gonna. Okay, none of you touch your tokens. I will control them.
Gotcha.
So that.
Drop them
You can-
all on top of yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You can give the horse sight and then give us control of the horse, and then we'll see the horse's sight.
Yeah, it's just easier if I control it. You tell me where you want it to go. You can use the arrows, the measurement
Aye,
tool,
aye.
and I'll send the horse. So here's the thing, though. You're all going to be using the horse's movement, but you're all going to have different initiative orders. So the horse is going to have to go probably on Carrion's turn order since he's got the reins. Okay, so why doesn't everybody roll initiative just to get this started?
Oh, and Braddock's got his bow out now. He's kind of like
Okay,
put everything
perfect.
Just so you know, the horse can move 100 feet.
In
12.
5. I'm going last.
I was selected my dude, but it says that I wasn't.
And I'm on the butt of the horse.
I see
Yeah,
you as
same
Bravo
for me.
Corks. I see you as Braddock as well. Both of you popped up appropriately.
Well, that time it did.
Well, yes, it showed up, but it said you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh.
Same for me.
I just changed my number to the first number I rolled.
I didn't know that was an option.
Oh yeah, mine did the same thing. Huh. I'm just not very attentive. It did it again. I got a natural 20. I like that one better though.
I've changed mine to the correct initiative.
I will put
Seems
you
about
all
right.
at 1 if you don't do this properly.
I got 5. I did the thing.
I can't.
Not my fault.
I'm rolling initiative. It's just not going to the thing.
I'm showing up in the turn order.
Click on your token and then roll it.
What was
That's a
your
good
first
initiative.
roll?
you go.
This is 12.
12.
100.
1200.
Okay. So the horse will go on Carrion's turn.
So do we just pass our turn if you're
Well, you
ahead of
can
Carrion?
you can hold actions
Oh, okay.
for triggers. So if you guys get a surprise or something and you have that, then or if you all hold your actions, then I'll go in descending order. So it would be, Braddock gets to do his held action first, and then Bravo, and then so on and so on. So
I want to make it known that I did close the window behind us.
okay.
It's very important to me.
All right. So, where are you leading this horse? It has 100 feet of movement, which is insane.
It's very good.
Apparently, normal riding horses have 60 feet of movement in one round, so that's kind of crazy.
That's what, 65?
That's
Okay,
70 feet
over there.
that I just moved. Yeah.
Well, you can do it in sections if you want. Okay.
Oh boy.
So you guide the horse over.
We're like inchworming.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it fixed. Never mind.
All right. So you lead the horse around the corner. And
Oh,
well,
fuck.
I mean,
Everyone run.
All right, we're going back. We're going back. We're turning around.
You
We're heading
spot
right back.
giant-
We're not going to say anything. Shh, shh, shh. Yes. Quiet, horsey. Very quiet. And he like pats it on the neck. It's quite fine, Reginald. No problem here. And he kind of pulls up on the reins and whoop. So there's 50 feet of movement gone. Poof.
You still have 50 feet of movement left. You can figure it out the horse. Figure it
All right, we're
out.
going there.
Test driving it.
Yeah. How are these MPGs?
All right, so you ride the horse towards the river, round the corner of the building, and spot the giant that you are running from at the edge of the bridge. Strangely enough, didn't seem to notice you. That's you wanted me to roll on ones. I've rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4 so far for his perception. Lucky. You promptly turn the horse around and run the other way. So,
North's gonna pipe. Carrion, isn't that in our advantage? The fact that he's over the bridge?
Yes, well, not if we have to ride next to him, North.
Oh.
yes, he was on the south side, your side of the bridge. With nothing to attack, it comes back around to your turn. Where are you going to move now?
Right there.
Okay, you continue following the wall along the coastline here, moving further south in the town, away from the river. And that was almost half of your movement. Where are you going now?
As the horse is kind of like plodding along, because we're not going at a gallop, are we? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, you're kind of like cautiously leading it.
Yeah.
No, well, at 100 feet in 6 seconds, it's moving at a
A good clip.
pretty.
It's not leisure.
Yeah,
But we're not like full
No.
on sprinting though.
So as it's moving along, Braddock like doing his best to hold on. He's still like bouncing. Bravo! How long do we have this horse?
Long enough.
I appreciate the accuracy.
Okay, you move between the buildings towards the roadway and peek around the corner.
I think I am gonna end us here, or my movement there. and go back around so we can get a refresh on the movement.
All right. Then.
So, oh, sorry, he's gonna just kind of over her shoulder. So, we didn't explore on the right up this road here. We can just hope that it's clear and not venture too much further.
Braddock pipes up. If we're going to adventure on that side, then we should probably stay behind the houses and not use the road.
Well, I don't intend to ride that way. I just to run back along and then probably up, around, and back down, and a nice loop is what I had in mind. For hours, it'll be hours of fun. Bring the kids.
Well, perhaps we could solve one problem at a time. Yes.
What did you have in
And
mind, Bravo?
We kill the giant first. Then we explore the town.
Oh yes, no, I didn't want to explore now. Yes, fine.
All right. I'm going to hold an action. The next time I see this giant, I'm gonna launch a firebolt at it.
All right. Anyone else?
That's a very good idea. I'm going to hold an action to the next time I see it. I'm going to shoot an arrow.
All right. So Braddock knocks an arrow. North, anything?
Well, seeing her two other comrades decide that now is the time to initiate, she's gonna kind of like look to both of them and then look at Carrion and like take a deep breath and ready a sacred flame.
All right. So you all prepare, and where are you going to lead the horse next, Carrion?
To battle!
Shit.
So we are
Sound the horns.
gonna venture up right here. So that's what, 25? Dave, stop farting on stream.
I only fart on stream. I save them up all week. Oh boy. Yep.
As we come into line of sight, Carrion is gonna, whoa, Reginald! All right, take steady aim, everyone! And he's gonna start turning the horse away from the giant. And he's gonna turn the horse as we rein up that away.
Does that trigger all of our stuff, Callie?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you see him and as Carrion tries to get the horse under control, then yes, you Braddock's will fire first, and then Bravo's, and then North's. So, oh man, yeah, okay. So they all hit.
Oh,
other
yes.
than the dex save, I have to roll that still, but roll the damage for that, Braddock.
I'd rather have the 11 from the Sacred Flame, if I could.
Hey,
if we're
don't
picking
be
numbers.
upset. That is as much damage as my sling crits for. Feel good about this.
All right, so we've got 3 damage for that. We've got 15 damage for that, so 18. He did make his save against the dex, or against the Sacred Flame, unfortunately. But 18 points of damage as an arrow and a flaming bolt strike him suddenly. He had no idea it was coming.
Get dunked on, nerd!
Bravo, we'll talk about why that was wrong later.
So it's like 18 out of what, 80?
Yeah,
No.
great Marcos.
I'm guessing it's around 60 or 80.
All right, so Carrion, you can continue your movement.
So Carrion is going to finish up the movement. He's going to go all the way here and angle the horse. Nya.
All right. So after striking the giant with an arrow, with a firebolt, and a sacred flame barely missing him, you turn the horse and run from him in a straight line. He can see you pretty clearly at this point, even though I've been rolling so well. But that is the movement. All
Keep
right.
up the good work, Callie. We appreciate you.
Actually, at this point, you can't see him through the fog, but you know he's back there, and he yells out to you in Giant, so two of you can understand him. Finally, a challenge. And then he's gonna move.
Braddock pipes up as he's rattling around on the back of the horse. What did he say?
He sees us as a challenge. Oh,
Yeah, well, he moved his full movement and just spots you all. He's going to use his next. Well, he's going to use his action to dash. So he's going to come right up on y'all.
oh boy!
But that's all he can do. So.
That is unfortunate. Okay. He is a far-moving big boy.
So, Bravo, it's your turn if you have anything you wish to do.
I have lots of things I wish to do.
He can check evacuation of bowels off his list.
How close is he?
He is within melee of you. He's not 10 feet away. He is right up. You can reach out and touch him.
Okay.
I wish his name was Faith.
I have a pressing question.
Yes, Travis?
How is disengage gonna work, if at all?
That is a very good question. It depends on who he would choose to attack. He could attack either one of you guys or the horse. So it depends on what you choose.
Gonna cast Scorching Ray at his face.
Is that a ranged attack? Because it will be at disadvantage.
Not gonna do that then. Gonna cast Burning Hands at his face.
All right. Is that a melee attack?
It is a cone of attack.
Oh, perfect. All right. Have at it.
So that is a 16.
These giants
Yeah.
have been really dexterous.
I rolled a nat 1.
So
Oh.
he does take all of those damages.
Are the nat ones just on
It's not an
attacks?
attack.
It's just attacks. So as this giant kind of appears out of the fog again, spots you and just rushes at you. As he approaches, Bravo reaches his hands out, makes a fan with his fingers, and from that, just this enormous cone of flame erupts from his hands, just engulfing the giant for a couple seconds. And as the flames disperse, he's like got patches of beard missing. He's got the shiny, nasty burns across the exposed skin, bits of his like armor and clothing, the bits that were leather have like singed or turned to ash. That was nasty.
Also, the things behind him are now on fire as well. If there's anything flammable behind him.
Well,
Like the building.
Well, considering the angle you're at, you're sort of, yeah, it was straight behind him, so you would have missed the building narrowly. All right, North, do you have anything you wish to accomplish?
So since he's within 10 feet, I'm actually going to use poison spray.
Oh, all right.
Creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison, and it looks like it would be 12 poison damage.
So they have a +5 to con,
Ah, damn.
Uh-oh.
but I got an 8.
Yay!
So it succeeds. I haven't
wait,
rolled
wait.
double digits.
Your level. What level are you?
Huh?
What level are you?
It's the same level as you.
Yeah, you do 2d12 of damage.
Yeah, it rolled 2d12.
Oh, it did. Okay, never mind.
3
Yeah.
and 9.
3 and a 9.
All right. So 12 points of poison.
Otherwise, if you missed, it would have been half damage.
All right. So this cone of flame erupts in his face, and he barely survives that. Like, he's patting it out of his beard, and then before he even has a chance to really recover, he just gets hit with this cloud, like this spray of poisonous liquid and gas. He's coughing and hacking. He's rubbing at his eyes. Wow. All right.
So he picks up a debuff now, right?
You pepper sprayed him, right?
Oh,
Poison
yeah.
spray doesn't have a dot on it.
Every step he takes poison damage until he faints or gets to a Pokemon Center.
Unfortunately, no. All right, Braddock. Unfortunately, you've got the bow and arrow, so if you make that attack, it'll be at disadvantage. But you're still welcome to try.
He's close enough though that you could just bonk him.
A punch?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the axe drawn, and he's seated back to back with all of y'all.
Hey, your disadvantage might not be that bad. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Worst that happens is you miss, or
yeah, I could roll a 20 and a 20, I guess. But... man. Throw my chain at him. Yeah, no.
You guys have done a lot of damage considering you've done mostly cantrips.
Hell yeah.
whoo!
Mine was not a cantrip though.
No, your second one was not, but your first one was.
I mean, I guess I have to... so if I've got 2 attacks, does that mean I've got 2 ranged attacks too? Like, or is it just melee? Like, if I've got 2 attacks, I've got 2 attacks, right?
If you take the attack action, then you have 2 attacks.
So they would both be from the short bow, right? So it'd be like
Right.
arrow, draw, arrow.
Correct.
All right, so that's 2 attacks. I'm just talking through the math in my head. That's
Alternatively,
4 rolls.
yeah, but alternatively, you could hold 1 attack for when you move away, and then it wouldn't be a disadvantage, but you'd only be able to save the 1 attack. Well, I guess if you save your attack action, then yeah, you could take both attacks if you wait for Carrion to move the horse.
Yeah, problem is... Oh, no. Carrion's next. I got the
Yeah.
backwards.
Carrion's
Yeah,
next.
I'm gonna defer till after Carrion's turn. Yeah, I'm gonna take my action. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, it's a good.
Okay, so you hold your 2 shots. Okay, Carrion, you're
Okay. Ooh, I don't like this at all. So I have something that I can use as a reaction. So can I use that during my regular turn as well?
Yeah, reactions can happen at any time. You just have 1 per round.
Okay, and what's the distance I need to be away before I can cast ranged abilities without a penalty?
You have to be out of melee. So for this guy, it would be his melee is 10 feet, so you'd have to be like 15 feet away.
So if I wanted to cast Hellish Rebuke, would that require me to make a? It doesn't say anything about making an attack roll. It just says it does damage.
So that happens when you take damage.
Ah, okay.
So it's a
I see.
reaction to someone else damaging you.
I see. Okay, but I'm cognizant of it. I gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Darn, I thought I knew what I wanted to do. In that case, we're gonna get the heck out.
Okay.
So maybe against his better judgment, he's gonna taunt the giant.
All right.
wow, so strong you are for such a big thing. Pff, that's the best you can do. And he's gonna he's gonna spur Reginald, not like really hard, but kind of like use his heels. Ha, come on, Reginald, off with you. And speed in the direction that he had previously faced Reginald. And then as he's speeding away, mind his axe! we're gonna speed away.
All right. You're going to run.
We have no choice.
Bravely run.
So,
Bravely run. Oops. I left Bravo.
can I roll like a taunt or an intimidate or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an intimidate.
$19.
All right. So, yeah, all right. You definitely have his attention, especially after the barrage he just underwent. And as you begin to leave his reach, he's going to swing once and miss.
What was he swinging at? Do we know what he was swinging at?
He was swinging at the horse.
Of course he was, because he's a dick.
That jerk.
He missed! All right. So at that, we're going to leave this and take a break. A number of us have to use the washroom. Oh my goodness. All right. As we take the break, I'm going to encourage all of you, if you haven't already, to go check out Anne at Kajari's Curious Crafts over at twitch.tv/Curious Crafts. She's awesome. She makes D&D minis. She makes D&D terrain. She does D&D like one-shots, collaborative creations. She's super creative, super amazing, super nice. If you haven't given her a follow, we encourage you to do that. At least go check her out. Oh, no, there's no ultimatum there. Okay, we'll be back at about quarter after.
Don't you hurt Reginald. He's a treasure.
We'll see you soon.
See ya.
They might not even be Reginald. I have no idea what your counting method is. I'm just gonna start waving.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
I just feel like pointing out that I'm sporting my bunny gear today because it's Easter weekend.
As you do.
Just wanted to show it off. Okay, so before we left for break, the Carrion steered Reginald, the horse, the magical limo horse, away from this very large giant. He swung and missed the magical limo horse because I can't roll higher than a 4, apparently. And so as you begin to pull away, as soon as you're out of reach of the giant, it triggers Braddock's held action of 2 arrows. Pew pew.
So,
roll it.
small point of clarification: does that move me to a different spot in the turn order?
No, it's just it was your action.
Okie dokie.
You
So
just
here
happen to be
comes-
because you're on the horse.
Gosh. Okay, so here comes 2 short bows. I'm just gonna throw like the bows at him. That's what I've been doing this whole time, just throwing actual short bows.
Like boomerangs, right?
He
There's
doesn't know
one.
how arrows work, and he just has a quiver full of bows.
23 definitely hits.
And 3 damage from that one. And well, there's the second. The second one was like a buck of the horse or something, and he just.
All right, but go ahead and roll another d20 there for me.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
With your modifiers, don't forget your modifiers. Just reroll the exact same thing.
Yeah, you can just hit the short bow again if you want. An 11 does
Well-
not hit.
So not a critical fail.
Unfortunate.
Just
It is a critical fail.
Oh,
'cause
that's right.
You had to
That's
hit
right.
to. Go ahead and roll a d100.
Don't.
See, I knew.
It's a
I
trap.
knew the
Don't do
moment
it.
we got back from the break, all hell was gonna break loose.
Actually, this was before we went to break. We just didn't know it yet.
Ah!
So 62 is the
62.
one where the giant dies accidentally, right? Like he falls and breaks his neck accidentally.
Bounces
Like,
off the
yeah.
rock, and then it, like ricochets up into his head,
Right in
and,
his
like, goes
knee.
through his brain. Like,
and he's like full of gold and healing potions. It was so weird. That's what killed him.
he lets us know what the ordning is. There's a hidden script written in him.
So, so
62 is the one where I fall off the
She
horse.
likes
isn't it?
this one a lot.
Yeah.
it misses.
And what else?
No, not just it misses. What else? What happens?
No,
What else?
that's all you can see for now.
Dang it!
I fired straight up into the air and it's going to come down and clunk me on the head.
Oh crap! I don't like this.
Callie.
All right, so now it's the giant's
Yeah.
turn.
That was a smirk. She liked that. Whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
I've been rolling like crap. Give me my little moments.
I knew it. Called it. Okay. Anyway, game.
All right,
Okay,
Braddock,
so-
throw that bow away. It's cursed.
Take my bow.
So I'm going to finish the giant's movement. Or not the giant's
Oh,
movement.
the horse's
The
movement.
horse's
yes, yes.
movement.
I'm going to dictate where the giant moves.
The giant's going to walk back and forth right here. All right, so we were there. We moved 35.
Yes.
So we would like to continue moving more. How much can we move? 75.
He has 100 feet.
65
so-
more. Let's take a nice 50. So if I know how much, that wasn't me. That's somebody else. All right, let me look at see what I see. Okay. And then we have 15 more. So
Roughly in there somewhere.
yeah.
All right. So, riding away from the giant, you take off up some of the so far unexplored streets, making your way through abandoned houses, or between them, not through them. That would be weird. And you turn a corner. So far, you haven't encountered anything else. So far, so good. But the giant is out of sight.
Are any of these buildings destroyed like we saw on the other side?
There is some damage, but none have been reduced to rubble. Yes, Dave?
My initiative was 19, and now it's 8.
That's weird. Let me fix that for you.
That's what that arrow did. Oh my god.
All of a sudden.
That's really weird. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. So it is now the giant. You cannot see the giant. He's not super good at following stuff, so he's gonna. Okay, Norris, it's your turn.
She is going to be relieved at what we have done so far, but not breathe that complete sigh of relief just yet. She's going to ready a Sacred Flame for when she sees him next.
All right, Braddock.
Yeah, Braddock's gonna have to knock another arrow. Yeah, he's just gonna have to ready an action until he sees the giant.
Ready an arrow attack?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Yeah. I
All
guess
right,
hold.
Bravo. Yeah.
I'm going to hold a firebolt until next I see the giant.
Okay. Carrion.
Karen has no spells or really ranged attacks because he'd have to use the sling and he's steering Mr. Reginald. So I guess he'll. If the giant comes, can I hold a bonus action as well as an action?
I think you can only hold an action.
Only an action? Okay. In that case, he wants to take his bonus action now, and he casts. Because he's holding a staff in one hand and the reins in the other, so he can't use the sling. And he's going to cast Shillelagh on his staff, and it's going to sprout all kinds of leafy, cool stuff, and maybe some spiky thorns and some vines, and then he's going to hold an action to whack the giant if it should get within melee range.
Okay.
No, this is when you do your moving stuff too.
Yeah, I can still move
yeah,
the horse, right?
Yeah, you can still move, but yeah, you're holding your.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can do all of the things you can do on a turn, but
Right.
then
Okay,
hold your
sorry,
action.
my mistake.
That's okay.
All right, so horsey to here, because sorry. Did we hear the giant move?
Nope.
Oh, this is not good. He's not following us. I'm gonna take the wide way around town by the river, and we'll move the horsey 50 feet.
Callie, when we saw the giant the last time, did he look like he was hurted?
Very much so.
Oh, we run by and we see him.
And I assume you rein up a bit.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So as you're going, before you can get Reginald up to full speed, everybody turns and spots the enormous giant down the next road over. So I believe Braddock goes first. Fire them arrows.
Nope. I mean, I don't know. Maybe a 10 misses.
No, a
shouldn't
10
it?
misses, yes.
And how about a 13? Does
A
3 more points get it?
No, unfortunately, the 13 also misses. 12
How about
also
my
misses.
12?
Dex save. They're not very dexterous, and I've been rolling beans. 8.
Yes!
Does not
13
succeed.
points!
Nice.
One would finally get through.
North is feeling a little good. Like, yeah, feel good.
So,
Things I can
Yeah, as the two arrows kind of like ping off of his armor, can't quite find purchase. The firebolt shoots under his right arm. As he watches the firebolt go past, he looks up just in time for the sacred flame to strike him in the chest and neck. He's very burned. He's very bleeding. His skin is all chopped up. Wow, he was looking pretty intimidating, and now maybe not so much. But you have more movement, so where are you going?
Fly, you fool!
I'm just worried because there's more of the town that we haven't seen up ahead. And I was going to chance it because we didn't know who the giant was, but now that we see where he is, yeah, I think I'll have him go back. Hang on.
I would say go to the river.
You think so? Because that was my initial plan. Maybe I'll just go with it. So yeah, so we'll continue our 50 feet of movement. I think it was to... Yeah, here.
Oh, thank God there's an X over that one. God, I saw the
Is there a
giant
giant?
poking off in the distance. Like, oh, God, no!
Yeah, that's the one you fought earlier.
Yeah, that was dead. I just was worried about here. So there's 50, and then...
50 more feet of movement.
Not down there.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
No, go above.
We're just going to keep going straight across. Good boy, Reginald.
Okay, so you continue straight next to the body of a giant that you killed previously, and around the corner you spot another frost giant.
Does it see us?
You don't know. All right, so it's Mr. Bossman.
Damn it, Travis.
What do you mean, damn it, Travis? Go to the river, don't go back.
I
That's
didn't
stupid.
go backwards.
All right, and then
Oh, fuck. I thought we were going to get out of this.
You're gonna
okay.
die.
So that's as far as he can get. So now it's North's turn.
She's gonna like keep everything in her to like not scream because she sees the one that we've been chasing and then like the inkling of another one on the other side, and she's gonna be like, Carrion, and she's gonna let's see, can I use inspiration on Sacred Flame, or does it have to be an attack roll?
Well, you could use it against me to give me disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, so she is feeling inspired. She's gonna finally use one of her inspiration points against the giant, and take a deep breath and use her Sacred Flame. I don't know. There we go. The fingers.
All right. Dex save. I have disadvantage. Here I go. Natural one.
Yay.
Cool. So
On
He's
not
a
the
named
highest-
character. It's a
not
named
the highest
character.
I've rolled, but she definitely has a little bit more oomph against that one.
Yes, we've all been calling him Steve. He has a name.
He does have a name. You just don't know what it is.
I called him
No,
Purple
but don't
earlier.
you have to double fail it?
Only for attacks.
It's not
This
an
was
attack, it's a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
But it hits. So as he rounds the corner and through the fog, he begins to appear. You let loose your golden green sacred flame, and once again, just sort of licking up around his face, it strikes him in the neck. And he's not looking happy. Braddock, you're up.
Yeah, Braddock's gonna try and turn him further into a pincushion and send a couple more arrows.
Have at it.
Cross fingers, everybody. Hey, there's a 21.
21 hits.
Max damage. Nope. but I'll take 3.
Picking away. Every bit counts.
And 1 more.
Boo.
Nope.
6 does not hit, unfortunately. But you do manage to get 1 more arrow past his armor, and he's bleeding pretty heavily now. So, Bravo, you're up.
Okay. I do a firebolt at him.
Unfortunately, a 10 doesn't hit. So he's got you in his sights now, and he's able to dodge out of the way. Carrion.
Well,
This is so stressful. I don't like it.
So, hang on. Let me.
Yeah, I say we just book it.
well, the problem with that because
So,
the other guy
hang
can see
on.
us.
So, Callie, looking at the dead giant next to us, do I think that the horse will be able to make it over the other dead giant that I know is in the road down? Yeah.
It will impede it slightly, but it should be able to get over it. It'll just slow it down a little.
Okay. How many movement foots would I lose?
You'd lose 30 feet. Well, 15 feet, because it takes double to get over it. So it's 15 feet. It'll cost you 30. So you'll lose 15.
His dead body's here.
Sorry. What I was talking to Lauren. 15 less?
15
Okay.
feet.
So
85.
85, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of us gets netted, we're fucked.
I think. Oh no. Let's turn around and flee down back the way we came. And so we'll do.
The giants are that way, though. The giants are that way.
Yes, but we have no choice. I mean, I don't want to go up into the town and provoke more giants.
I guess since this guy's pretty bad, maybe we can get him before this other guy comes along. And then we'll actually see. If he's down, then they'll stop, right?
He just shrugs. So, let me measure this out really quick. I'm sorry. So that's where I want to end up, which was here. I think that was 85, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Come on, Reginald! Gonna need you to lead this one.
All right, so you lead Reginald back a little bit down the road you just passed, over the body of a previous giant that you killed. Over. Oh, I left Reginald somehow.
Reginald just stopped.
He
hurled
flings
us
us
all
off.
forward.
Poor Reggie.
That's a good
All
boy.
right.
That's a good boy. And he pats him.
And then you continue on around. Right about there. Let's see if this guy spotted you this time.
I like that look. That I'm gonna metagame and say that he totally doesn't see us.
I rolled for this guy 2 natural ones on his perception. He's got like his head in the sand. He's like dunking his head in the water, giving himself a swirly or something. I
That's
don't know.
amazing.
This is some
Yeah.
cool gold that I got from the human.
Yeah, maybe he's picking through his sack of loot. I don't know. He's
Scratching himself.
not paying attention. Horse is galloping by and he's just like,
He's got headphones on. Fuck.
all right.
Is-
So
Is that Bedford Stone on that building?
This Spotify weekly playlist is choice.
Somebody clip that, please, because Amazing. Probably the best thing we've ever said on this whole thing.
Okay, so Boss Man is getting real frustrated. You hear him yell out, "Get back here, meat!" And you see him run up.
That's the boss man right there.
That is correct.
He's missing his. Did he lose his dot?
Oh, it's there.
I'm gonna whack him. Oh, he doesn't get right up next to us?
No, he stops 10 feet away so that he can. Oh, he dashed. He cannot swing. So he is within his melee of you, but not your.
Wait a minute. Does the staff
So
have reach?
it's
Yeah.
North's turn. No, not likely.
Come on,
it would
little
have to be a
staff.
10-foot step.
Since Giant is within 10 feet again, I'm gonna go ahead and try poison spray.
Con save. He made it.
So half
This time.
damage.
Half damage. All right. So 6. So he runs up hoping to actually get you this time and is met with another spray of liquid and gas poison up into his face. Braddock.
It's like North has got her finger over the end of the hose. Psst, get out of here! Psst, get out of
It's a spray bottle!
here! No, no.
Please don't hit us, God. Someone kill him, please.
So
My
with
heart
his,
can't take this.
with his reach, would my shooting provoke his attack? Like so his threatened area is bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're shooting a ranged attack in melee doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. It just gives you disadvantage. So again, you could hold. The difference is that, again, as you guys move away, he will be able to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to hold again until Carrion moves further away. Like I don't really want to risk the disadvantage. Yeah.
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 All right.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
He just knocks
Bravo.
the arrow. He's like trying to take a shot, trying to steady himself, waiting for a good opportunity.
I again will hold up my hands in a familiar fan and cast Burning Hands at level 2.
Oh, you have more spell slots
You got spell-
left than I
What the hell?
thought.
Where are
Yeah.
these spells coming from?
He's been using a lot of
one.
cantrips.
Holding out on us.
What'd you like? Prison wallet? A couple of spells?
I accidentally rolled it at 1. Let me roll another 1d6.
Well, I rolled a 2, so he did not succeed his
I
deck
can't-
save.
What's the command?
Slash roll.
/R space.
Or /R, I guess, if you're fancy.
Yeah, you don't have to do the whole word.
Okay, so
18!
So he takes 18 fire damage. I forgot to do the space.
Ouch. He's haggard looking. He's bloody. He's burned. He's not looking healthy at all. Carrion.
So,
Because of the other giant!
Carrion sees that his enemy is looking badly beaten. Yes, you giant cretin! And he's going to spur Reginald into the giant. So there's 5 feet. so he can get within melee range, and he's gonna whack him with his. We're already in melee range for the giant, so I'm just returning what is fair.
What are you?
Hey, the horse can do damage, right?
So, and then
Actually, yes, it can.
I'm gonna whack him. Fuck no! Why?
Oh, good. Oh, good.
All right, that's fine. I've only
Random arrow floating around. God damn it!
I've rolled
There
so
have been
many
a
nat
lot.
ones.
There have been a lot of nat ones this night. Let me tell you. I need to go
I'm
back and count.
dying.
I'm so
I am
disappointed
dying.
in you right now.
We were doing so good.
But what damage does the horse do?
I'll roll that attack, but roll another d20 for me, please.
Please, at least
26.
Okay, so just a
Like-
miss.
Like our plane was flying along just perfectly, and then the pilot decided it needed to be in the side of a mountain real.
So do I miss or I boink it off
You
his
just
armor
missed.
or?
Oh, she's rolling damage on the horse.
Okay, so the horse missed, but
Did it critically miss?
yeah, Carrion just missed. Like you go to strike, and he just kind of grabs the stick. You manage to pull it away fast enough, but he just kind of, and then the horse kicks out at him, but it doesn't seem to do much. More of a glancing hit, doesn't do much damage.
I know the feeling, Reginald.
Are you going to continue your movement?
Yep,
Yes,
you bet.
please.
I kind of figured.
I just wanted to try to whack him. All right. So we're gonna take 40. Yeah. Yep.
All right. As you pull away, he's going to take an attack. He's going to take an attack against Braddock. So
Oh my
as you
God.
like pull up next to him,
Yeah,
He's
get Braddock.
gonna
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I can bring it back to
20,
life.
26 to hit.
Oh no! Let me check. Let me hold on. Nothing times nothing. Carry the one. Yeah, that's.
One moment, please.
Oh, when you said one, I thought you were gonna say damage.
So he takes 30 points of damage.
Awesome! Awesome. Yeah, that's -10. Yeah, I'm at -10. That's dead. That's dead.
No, that's not dead. You're unconscious.
No, like -10 is dead, isn't it?
No, dead is negative your max hit points.
Okay. Okay.
So you're unconscious and dying, but not dead.
and
So,
falling off the horse.
well, you're actually sandwiched. So, North, make a strength check for me to see if you can hold him on the horse.
Okay. No.
Okay, so he starts to fall, and I'll say you get a bit of distance with the momentum, but he falls about here off the Reginald.
What was that?
That was Braddock. He's down.
So,
I want to go watch YouTube. You guys hang on.
You need to ride with us, rude.
So Carrion is going to inch back Reginald. Yes. Well, maybe if we stay within his sight, he'll still run for us.
So you're moving the horse where?
Just like right here. I think we'll just be out of melee range of the giant, but still in view.
So you move a little bit further away from the giant to the corner of a building. And it is the giant's And
Dwarves
he's
aren't
going
Dwarves
to
aren't
roar, roar in victory. Move. And move again. So again, he cannot attack because he used his action to move up. But he's up in your grills. Now it's North.
You can do it!
Well, Sacred Flame is technically an evocation, so it's not exact. Well, let's see. Is it considered a ranged attack, or is it just considered an attack?
Let me look.
The range is 60 feet. Output is attack.
Do, do, do. That's a good question since it's not an attack roll.
That's okay. She's just gonna turn and do poison spray again, and hope that
Okay.
he doesn't get the other con save.
All right.
She's a little distraught, having dropped her comrade, not being able to hold on to him.
He fails.
Fuck yes, 10 points, bitch. Please, falls to the ground.
He falls to the ground.
Yes! Oh, I was so worried there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So this giant runs up
Oh my
out of
goodness.
the fog, past the body of your fallen fighter, right up into your faces, raising his axe, and North just out another poison spray, and it gets up in his face, gasping, choking. His eyes are like sealing shut, and he just gasps his last and falls to the ground with a thunderous crash.
North is totally me muttering like bleeping, 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 bleep, 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 bleep. You deserved it. And have a moment of yes, and then panic. And she's definitely gonna want to get off the horse and get to Braddock.
Yep.
All
Come
right.
on, Reginald.
Someone search the body, and she's gonna run towards Braddock.
Carrion would already be like, as soon as the giant had fallen, he would have spurred Reginald over and dismounted and pat Reginald on the face. You are a very good horse.
She's
Bravo
just gonna
is
spare the
right.
dying.
All right. So Braddock is safe, no longer dying. His wounds close, but he's unconscious for now.
Can't remember. Does that put me at 0 or just stop
0.
the bleeding?
You're at 0. You just don't have to make saving throws, death saving throws. So
0 is technically better than 10, than negative 10. So I got healed.
there's no negatives. There's no negatives in 5e.
Well,
no
yeah, but you got to
negatives.
keep track of.
Nope.
You know.
Nope. If one attack does not take you to negative your max HP, then you're at 0.
Ah, gotcha.
It will just always go back to 0.
Gotcha.
Any
Well, you're
any
0.
more damage you take after you're unconscious goes against your death saves,
Gotcha.
not your HP. Okay, so wow. All right.
30 points of damage.
I know. 30 points. And I was like,
that critical failure that you had allowed me to re-roll any 1s or 2s on the damage die.
Nice.
times, like
Awesome.
infinite time.
No, just once. So
Thank God that 30 damage wasn't wasted on an attack that missed.
Okay, so North is going to bring Braddock, right, using Spare the Dying, and then she's going to go ahead and use her last spell slot because she's going to assume the whole battle thing and is going to use Cure Wounds on Braddock. And she's going to be like, you are one lucky dwarf. Come back. And heal him for 6.
Well, 6 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, shit. You're right. I think it's 4. Oh, it's 5. So 11.
All right, so Braddock returns to consciousness.
I thought I did that. That's stupid. I did. Why didn't it show? That's weird. Look, 1d8 plus 5, higher level. JK.
Oh, oops. All right, so okay, Bravo, make an investigation.
9.
All right, so aside from his accoutrement being a little more fancy, a little more well taken care of than the other frost giants you've come across, like his big horned helm, which is enormous and weighs a ton, it doesn't look like it would be worth a whole lot. And the white dragon scale hide that he has draped over his shoulders. You find easily enough hanging off his belt a pouch with coins in it. You find what is that? That's 10 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
32 gold pieces. And a giant-sized wool cloak in his bag.
I take all of those except for the wool cloak. I would take his white dragon scale armor thing.
Okay, you there's quite a bit of it, but you can drag it off of him anyways and fold it up. It'll weigh quite a bit. Carrion, you help him with this. You don't find anything additional, but you help him, fold up the hide. Yeah.
Does he have like a horn on him, like for sounding call outs or anything?
It doesn't appear that he has a calling horn.
Okay. How big is his helmet? Like way too big for us to carry, or?
You could probably carry it. Well, if one of the strongest of you could probably carry it by themselves. Otherwise, 2 of you could do it, no problem.
How was he displaying the dragon scales? Were they like prominently across his shoulders?
Yeah, it was just kind of draped. It did seem to provide him some armor, but it wasn't like built into armor. It's literally just like the hide that's been cut and treated a bit so that it doesn't rot, and then he just draped it around himself, so it's
okay. So would Carrion think other giants would recognize it? Like it was recognizable just to Carrion, like it wasn't hidden or anything.
Oh no, not hidden. It seemed prominently displayed, so yeah, it would be safe to assume that the other giants, especially that seem to be traveling with him, if he is their leader, that they would recognize it.
I think we should take the helmet and put it on the horse.
Can the horse carry it? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, if it's not carrying you guys.
Yeah. Well, I've got the cloak, and then if the helmet's on the horse, I think it's pretty clear that he be dead.
Yeah, I agree. So what are we going to do about this other giant? Suppose that the militia was wrong and it does not flee at the sight of this. I mean, I can try to reason with it, but it's a giant. They're not very reasonable, at least not these giants.
Well, we've dispatched their leader. We've cut the head off of the snake, so to speak. So it's entirely possible, most likely that the giants will flee if they see their leader is dispatched.
Sorry.
Braddock's like up on his feet with his shield and axe ready now. It's like, right, we can talk about this later. There's another giant coming, and he just kind of like arms wide tries to scoop the party. Have to move. Have to get out of the way. Move.
Yes,
It's-
well,
it-
is there any room for us up on the horse with the giant helmet?
Not really, no.
North is still in pretty good shape to walk or run. So
Can
she would be okay with walking around. Let's just go, guys. We need to at least get to the fortress.
there's a fortress?
Yeah, we walked up to it, and then they said, "Go find the bad guy that leads everybody." And we said,
It was an inn.
"Okay, an inn, whatever."
My people call it a fortress. Don't judge.
Fortress and dreams. Yes, well, I suppose we should head towards that blast at the very least.
Lead the way, Carrion.
Bravo, do you need any help carrying that dragon hide?
How heavy is it, Cal?
Yeah, it's probably like all folded up, like 50 pounds.
Nope. My character sheet tells me I can handle this.
Yes, you seem to have it well in hand, Bravo.
He's like stooped under the weight of it.
It's
What
very
if,
heavy.
Can you walk fast enough?
What if we allow Reginald to prominently display it for you, along with the helm?
Oh, yes. Well, good idea. Yes. And then I would toss the thing around Reginald's neck area. Shoulders?
Well,
Shoulders.
you could basically drape him in it, like
Yeah.
the sort of regal dress that they put on horses for shows.
Like over
Yeah.
his shoulder, behind his neck.
Yeah, and like even down over his rump, so it's like basically a dress for the horse.
I do
Braddock,
that thing.
We make it happen. Let's go.
Braddock shoulders his shield and sheathes his axe, gets his arrow ready, and he's gonna very much be on the lookout for a giant. He's gonna hold an action to shoot the next giant.
So speaking to that, Carrion says, "Yes, I think perhaps we should not attack any of the giants on sight should we see them, and try to force them to at least recognize our defeat of their leader."
I agree. I can't handle any more of this. She's quite tired.
Yes.
And while they're walking, he's going to constantly be refreshing Shalala on his staff, keeping it nice, leafy, green, and fresh.
Fair enough. Okay.
North's gonna try and keep from complaining, but it definitely comes out under her breath.
All right. So you guys are starting to make your way towards the bridge?
Yeah.
I just have to say, very well done, all of us.
Can
All
you
of us?
give me control of the horse?
Yes, Braddock, all of us. What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Except from now on, you don't get to lecture me about rushing off and off of the plan.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's best not to rush the giant with a tiny stick.
He could already swing his giant freaking axe at me. I just wanted to hit him back, or at least try.
You just wanted to get a little closer so he'd have an easier time of it.
He was gonna swing either way.
Well, thank God my back was there to keep you safe.
Yes, it's still unfortunate, but thank you, Braddock.
And you're welcome.
Oh, well,
And
at
she's
this
gonna make
point,
it
North,
known.
at this point, North, your healing's been more than... Well, it's more than I could have asked for, and it should go without saying that every time you bring me back from death, which by my count is substantial at this point,
At least 4
I
points.
think you go... 4, 5, 3. Who's count? It's not important. It's not important. We should move.
Let's go, guys. And she's definitely gonna be creeping along.
All right.
Yeah, we're going along.
Braddock's kind of going to relax himself a little bit, like he's not just going to snap off an arrow.
All right. Well, you start making your way towards the bridge, and you come across the dead bodies that you had passed earlier of townsfolk and a couple guards as well that fell as they were defending the people.
Braddock pipes up. Stay close, stay tight. That means stay together.
And as you turn the corner, you realize that the giant that you rode past that seemed completely oblivious is still there. Completely oblivious.
Oh.
Are we just gonna walk right by him?
That's up to you. He's got like his head in a sack of things that he seems to be rooting through. You don't. Maybe it sounds like he's eating. Maybe.
I say we get his attention and show the dead leader stuff.
No.
I think very strongly against that, both in game and out of game. It is.
We have made it this far. Gosh dang it! Fuck, but she can't sneak either.
Yes, well,
Oh yeah, Braddock's not trying to sneak.
Let's
She's just like a
just
big cast iron oven just walking around.
going. Carrion is just gonna keep walking. Just
He looks up.
Carrion.
yes.
Oh, she's back here.
Oh
So-
boy.
Carrion steps forward with the puffiest of chests. Staff, brandished in one hand, just stalwart.
Under Braddock's voice, he goes, "Best of luck, boy. We'll get you back up when you fall."
Just be brave.
You know I'm gonna run, right?
And if all hell breaks loose, we run across the bridge.
Don't gotta tell me you guys.
I would address him. Does he see us? Like fully see us?
Yeah, he's looking at you. He's got a mouthful of food and he's just kind of looked up in shock and he's sort of stunned and he's like slowly lowering the bag to the ground, but is just like mid chew on something.
No, we ruined his happy meal.
Sick. Let's go.
I would address him in giant and say, "Look, well, you can see, you recognize this helmet and these scales, yes?"
He swallows whatever he was chewing and he looks at you and then he looks at the horse. Yes.
Well, we have dispatched your leader. He's just along the road there. So if you wouldn't mind going and looking at him and then telling all of your friends that we have destroyed your hope. So you can leave now.
Just politely asking giants to leave.
Well, this is the second time we've tried to diplomacy him out of here.
Make a persuasion
Please be persuasive.
with advantage because you have
Roll, please.
Natural 20.
There's a perp.
It's like fuck me right now.
That's a good roll. All right, so this tiny, stooped, aged elven man steps up and starts speaking giant with this giant's leader's like outfit draped across this horse, and you killed Rolnus?
Did he say that in giant or common?
Writing that
Giant.
down.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, well, it was a team. Oh, yes, well, it was a team effort.
What is even happening right now?
North's gonna speak. Would there be any way that we have these items? And she's gonna point to the horse with the things on it, like we're just gonna have that.
He looks at you, but doesn't seem to understand what you said.
Oh yeah, because giant. That's right, you big stupid thing. She's gonna stay under her mouth or under her breath.
Yes, we bested him in. He's speaking in giant. Yes, we bested him in combat, and we ask that you respect the honor that it affords us. You may collect his corpse if you so wish.
What do you seek?
Oh, information on the ordning. She's gonna like elbow Carrion.
She still doesn't understand giant.
She's elbowing Carrion and saying information on the ordning.
Well, we would leave. Please go. So long. Go away and never come back.
He looks at all of you, and he looks at the horse again with the helm and the dragon skin, and it will be done. And he turns, and he doesn't have a horn, but he lifts his hands to his mouth and just sort of shouts through the fog. And after a moment, you hear some more shouts in return. And he turns back and says, "It will take a few moments, but we shall leave."
Carrion, ask them. Before they leave, this is our chance. We have advantage.
And what of the ordning? There's tales out there of turmoil.
What do small folk know of the ordning?
Tell them we know a lot.
Well, yes. Well, quite a bit. We met with zebra sauce, and well, he told us the whole thing. We know everything.
Then why do you ask questions?
Well, not everything. I mean, we know there's something going wrong with the ordning, but that we know it's wrong. That's all.
Bravo, let Carrion.
Yes, I just wish to find out, or we just wish to know what is amiss with the ordning. I'm sure the Jarl has heard something of this. Jarl Storvald?
As a southerner, I'm going to have to ask if you just said y'all.
Jarl.
Jarl.
Yeah.
Y'all heard something about this.
Y'all go wash your hands.
He looks at you and considers your words. The ordning does not concern the small folk. We shall leave this place, take our dead. Yes, Joe.
This is all still in giant, right? Everything has been in giant.
Yes, he does not seem to understand common.
Yeah, this whole time, Braddock's just like still with the bowstring, like not ready to shoot, but like taut. He just keeps looking back and forth, just like wide-eyed at the giant, at Carrion and Bravo, back and forth. At this point, he just goes, "What is happening now?"
So Carrion just nods to the giant. He doesn't nod in thanks or like in respect or anything, just nods and then turns to Braddock in common. Yes, they are going to remove their dead, and Bravo has convinced them to leave.
But North is gonna peep up and like kind of like get in it. Like, but what is he saying? Like, did you get any information? This is important.
About the ordning, you mean?
Yes.
No, he says it's not for the small folk.
It's so for the small. She's like getting fired up now. She's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Hey, relax. And he puts his hand out and just puts it on her chest and kind of pushes her. Do not.
This so concerns us. We need to find more information.
Yes, and we shall, but I'm deigned to press a giant who has a group of giants for more information.
And we killed our leader. Like, if we
Yes.
killed their leader.
Barely.
They're not.
Barely.
They're not that stupid, and they know they could kill the rest of us. It's only by the honor we're afforded by besting their leader in combat that we are standing here conversing.
Can you get any other clue out of that? And she's gonna like brush it off, like fine and conceding, but I'm really not okay with it.
It's not worth my life, and it's not worth your life.
Can you ask them why they're here? Before they leave? I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna walk away, right?
Fine.
To be fair, the wheel last does bring up a good point.
Before you leave, what is the reason for pillaging this town? The townsfolk said you, and giant to the giant, this is the second time within the month. Are supplies really in that short supply? Food, whatever.
This is our way.
Is he a hill giant?
No, frost giant.
Okay. Would I know that if he's telling the truth or not?
You could make an insight check.
Roll high, buddy.
I just mean like with my knowledge of giant stuff.
Yeah, make the roll.
20,
Another
25,
natural
but that's a nat 20.
20. Your knowledge doesn't extend as heavily into frost giant, but from what you know of giants and then what the militiamen have told you of their behaviors, the sort of raiding, the reaver type assaults and behaviors of these giants seems to be their norm. They seem to enjoy battle.
Yes. Well, it might be your way, but if this is the second time within the month, and would it not make more sense to raid somewhere else that perhaps has more supplies? Not that I'm suggesting you go in and do that, but just
I will take that into consideration.
No. Perish the thought. I was not suggesting you raid other places. No, not that. You know what? Just forget everything I've said. Yeah.
He's gonna start walking away towards where you indicated the body of his boss was. So,
Okay, guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Run.
Not run.
As he leaves and you guys sort of make your way calmly, but can still warily away.
Just walk casually. Walk casually across the bridge.
Calmly and briskly.
That's where we're gonna end tonight. No, you did not level, unfortunately.
That's not. How is that not a level?
I know it seems like it's been a really long time, but because we don't play every week, it actually hasn't been that long since your last level up, because you guys leveled up at the end of Bryn Shander.
But
And we're
Callie, 5
doing
giants. But
I
Callie,
know.
5 giants in a row.
I know.
We're doing
Right.
milestone leveling, not killed things.
Even if it
leveling.
was XP leveling, you still wouldn't be there.
Shit.
Yeah, once you're past level 5, it starts to take a while.
All right, but from a position of milestones, I'm pretty sure drive-buying a horse with a handful of Roman candles in his face is pretty goddamn milestone.
Probably
Holy
doesn't.
crap.
It's probably not in the book, so it doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
not true. That's not true. Everything counts. But no, it has not been a whole lot of time since you last level up, so it is going to take a little longer. This is a significant event, and you guys like your experience.
One would almost call it a milestone.
So
Oh gosh, Rylan, don't tell me that. That's gonna be like, okay, I'm done.
are we playing again next Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a
We
sec.
will.
Wait. Yes, we're good. We're good on the Friday. Never mind. I was like, my birthday's coming up, and then I have a party, but it's Friday, not Saturday. We're good.
Yeah, we're good for Friday night too. So yeah, next Friday we will be back here for more Storm King's Thunder.
Not
I think this is going to be our first like 3 week in a row.
It's officially the longest
It
we've played
This
Storm
is
King
the
Thunder.
longest we've been doing this. This is pretty fun.
so proud of us.
Not- And not to detract from anything, but like a huge shout out to Rainick and his crew for coming by and raiding. That was awesome. Rainick, Rylan, Lorena.
Yeah, hello.
And then thanks to everybody
buddy.
who showed up and watched. And out of balance, you're amazing. Lady Celestial, thank you so much for coming out. Lord Yale, I see you in there, Drake.
Remember that we do
always
have
appreciate
VOD.
it.
We have VODs that you can go double check. So if you missed us in this epic giant slaying event, I suggest you go check it out for sure.
Yep. We've got not old videos, but past videos on YouTube, Riff and Rabble. We have journal entries that go up every Tuesday from the perspective of the PCs. So you get to see a little insight into Carrion and Bravo and Braddock and Norris at our Tumblr, which is riffandrabble.tumblr.com, I believe. Yeah, we've got all the links in our social media section there. We're on Twitter at Riff and Rabble. 4 out of the 5 of us are on Twitter. And
Yeah.
we have a Discord if you want to catch all 5 of us. Anyways, yeah, so we'll be back here next week at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I got it right this time. And we hope to see you then. In the meantime, have a great weekend, play some great games, and be good to each other.
Hi,
And
everybody.
join the Discord or else.
Take care,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, join the Discord and pester Travis. Tell Travis he needs to get on Twitter.
That's not going to happen.
I know. Bye, everybody. We love you. Bye.